Hi, it's been a while since I've made a video, and I decided to do it upstairs because my wife's at work today. You notice I'm in a different chair than I'm normally in. Um, this is actually my living room chair, as ancient as it is. Uh, this is Jack's chair. He's just letting me sit in his chair while I talk to you today. Well, we are in the back half of November, and temperatures are getting a little colder. And I've noticed the difference between older e-bikes and some of the newer ones. The older ones don't work well in the cold weather. They draw a lot more power, and so for that reason, um, I basically retire the older ones for the winter and bring them back out in the spring. They're still fun to ride. It's just they're not as efficient and they're not quite as reliable in winter weather. So whether you ride your e-bike through the winter or you decide to put it away for the winter and then bring it out in the spring, I just have a couple tips for you. Hopefully, might help you out. Um, when I put my e-bike away in the winter, the one I put away in the winter, it started out with lead acid batteries, and I switched them over to lithium iron phosphate batteries. Um, these ones are relatively inexpensive. They're almost comparable to the price of lead acids, half the weight. As you can see, I'm carrying this without a problem at all. I could probably toss it in the air. I don't want to do that because Jack's down here. Um, and a lot more power. But the problem is these get sucked dry pretty fast in the winter weather. Maybe partially because of the battery itself, or the equipment itself that doesn't work as efficiently in the cold. So when you put these away for the winter, you want to have them roughly half charged. It's okay if it's 60 or 40, as long as it's basically between 20 and 80. You don't want it charged over 80%. You don't want it undercharged below 20. That's usually where these batteries like to stay pretty happy. 50% charge just is a nice little middle ground. Um, just make sure you do that before you store the batteries for an extended period of time. Otherwise, you could damage the battery. Now, newer e-bikes, they tend to have batteries that are a little more unique. They're custom built, usually self-contained. All the cells are inside, and the BMS is usually toward one end or the other. In this case, the BMS is toward this end, and then all the connections are toward this end. Um, Now, these ones, if you're going to the bike that's attached to this, I'm going to ride all winter long. So there's a few tips I have regarding the batteries of these as well. Um, don't leave them out in the cold any longer than you have to. Once it gets below freezing, these guys really don't like the cold. They operate well in the cold, but as far as storing and what you could damage the battery. And on that note, don't ever charge the battery below freezing. If it's been in the cold for a while, keep it inside, let it warm up for a few hours, and then you can charge it. But if you charge it below freezing, you're going to permanently damage the cells in the battery. And of course, I think this goes kind of without saying. Keep the battery, the electronics dry. If you find any points where moisture can get at it, try and seal it off from those moisture sources. And do your best to keep the chain, the gears, everything that could rust, keep it coated in oil and well lubricated. Now that does not apply to the hub motor. You don't want to get any liquids at all in the hub motor. It's usually pretty sealed. Just try and wipe it clean whenever you can. That helps. That stops the salt from getting in there, even just a little bit. Salt destroys everything, and the inside of your hub motor or your mid drive is no exception. Anyhow, that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and I hope to be doing some longer videos, more along the lines of a longer conversation. I think that would benefit to help me get a little bit more natural in my conversations with you in front of the camera. Um, I don't know, just try it out, see what happens. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell for more content. Thank you very much. Until next time.